Hey! So, I'm coming at you guys with my first attempt at this Shaddoll deck in the new meta. So, if you watch my previous video, I analysed the ways that Shaddoll can move forward, and I tried to give some of the reasons why it could still potentially be viable, because it has still got a lot of tricks and a lot of power to give in this meta. So, obviously, the card on the top is Shekinaga. We haven't got Construct anymore, sadly, but this is just a few ideas that I've thrown together. Seems to work somewhat well. Obviously, I'm open to suggestions. If you've got any, put them in the comments section below. And no doubt, after playtesting, I'll give it a few weeks and I'll be playing around with different ideas. If you don't like what you see, just offer suggestions. And thank you guys for subscribing. I've hit 50 the other day and I'm really pleased with that. I'll try and get some more content up. So enjoy. So the main deck, we start things off, One Mathematician. I decided not to drop this because it's a good first turn summon, it's a good enabler, and it's got the attribute that we're looking for. Shaddoll lineup, gone with 2 Beast, 2 Falco, 2 Squamata, 2 Dragon, and 2 Hedgehog. So I've gone with 2 copies of every Shaddoll, and the reason being, Dragon isn't as bad as it used to be last format, but I don't want to overdraw them. The next card, probably didn't see this coming, Mamelio. The reason that I've done this is because it recruits some of the most powerful trap cards in the game, plus it has the added bonus of being an earth type. It's a great first turn summon, and that's what the deck is sorely lacking at the moment. So it gives you some defense, and then you can fuse away with it. Okay, next up, we've got the Clowns. So I run 2 Damage Juggler. The reason in fact, I'll just show you the whole Clown lineup. So 2 Juggler, 1 Trick Clown, and 2 Hat Tricker. Now, the reason that I'm not running 3 Damage Juggler and multiple Trick Clown is because we don't have Construct. They are light monsters. Damage Juggler serves the purpose of mainly getting your Hat Tricker. And obviously you can get these into the graveyard quite simply. The Hat Tricker will help you with your rank 4s, and it's also Earth. And the final monster is Glow Up Bulb. The reason that I'm playing the Bulb is because with the way that the deck plays, I still want to be able to make really powerful Trish plays. I also thought about this last minute. You can actually make Naturi Beast incredibly easily in this deck. I just don't have one with me. But moving on. 3 Fusion. You have to run 3, it's obvious. We're playing with the bare bones here, so you have to make use of those bones. And the 1 copy of Shaddoll Fusion. Some terrible glare right there. Anyway, Shaddoll Fusion still as powerful as it once was. It's a shame we don't have multiples, but there you go. 1 Raigeki, it's a board wipe. Facilitates OTKs, etc. Next card, Soul Charge. Now, I did drop this for the longest time, but I feel with what the deck needs to accomplish now, you don't get very much value for making a Shekinaga out of the monsters you fuse with it. But using a card like Soul Charge allows you to get value for your plays. It allows you to make unfair cards like Trishula, like Naturi Beast, etc., which can lock cards out and create massive tempo swings. Next up, Instant Fusion. This is one of the best decks to use Instant Fusion. Why? Because we run Shaddoll Fusions, and Fusions allow us to get things in the grave. And then we can use those with Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion plus Glow Up Bulb is Trishula. Remember that, guys. Instant Fusion with a face-up Falco and any revival is probably also Trish. Right. Next. 1 copy of Foolish Burial. Why are we running this? Because we need to get our engine going as quickly as possible. The deck needs speed. That's what's sorely lacking at the moment. Construct gave you the ability to get your Shaddolls into the grave so that you could start plussing. This card is sorely needed at the moment. And going on with that, 3 copies of Upstart Goblin. I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, Patrick Hoban, blah blah blah, completely unnecessary. But it really is, because you need to be able to get to those fusions, and I don't want to run awkward cards like polymerization, rotor, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Trap lineup, 1 Vanity's Emptiness. It's still as powerful as it once was, even though it's at 1. There will be occasions where you'll see this card and it alone will win you the game. You can just beat your opponent down. And next up, Bottomless Trap Hole, 2 Nightmare, and 1 Time Space. The reason that I've gone for this is purely because I only have 1 Time Space. I would strongly advise playing multiple Time Space Trap Hole, perhaps 2 Time Space and 1 Nightmare, because Time Space Trap Hole is absolutely clutch against Cosmo right now, and it's good against Pendulum decks. So 2 Time Space should be there. And to round off the traps, I've gone with 1 Core and Sinister Shadow Games. Sinister Shadow Games has been dropped for a long time by Shaddoll players, but the reason was because you were playing in a format where if you sent anything to the grave turn 1, you were immediately vulnerable to Trish, because Necros could punish you that easily. Now the game is somewhat slower, you don't have to live in fear of that card, and Shadow Games gets your engine going. The deck needs speed, as I keep saying, and that allows you to grab a beast, it allows you to grab the Falco so that you can start making synchro plays, etc. Extra deck. So 2 copies of Shekinaga. Shekinaga is actually quite powerful. It's got built-in negation, it's got quite a big body. It's a good card. 2 copies of Winder. Winder still does a good job on a lot of decks, and at the end of the day, it's something else you can go into incredibly easily and plus off your Shadolls. 1 Annoya Tillis. There's no Necros at the moment, but we've still got Tellarknights. They'll still be popping up. Anything which is using Call of the Haunted, etc. 2 copies of Norden, or Norden as he was renamed. Fantastic card. Overpowered. Can't believe that they left Instant Fusion and Norden at 3, but there you go. Konami for you. Synchros. I went with Herald of the Arclight. You can ditch this. You can make this with a Mathematician and a Glow Up Bulb. It's fairly straightforward. Black Rose Dragon. It's a board wipe. Incredibly easy to make in this deck. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Again, I think this is one of the better level 7s that you can go into. I think it's really aggressive, and it gives you an alternative play to Black Rose Dragon if you want to go 7. And Trishula, probably my favourite card in the extra deck, the thing I make the most, definitely, because making this gets you so far ahead. And some rank 4s, Daigusto Emerald, because you're going to go through your stuff quick. This deck is built to be fast, it's built to use the grave, and Emerald is really key in the late game. And some more rank 4s, may as well treat these at the same time. Remember, this isn't set in stone. This should be tailored for your local meta, or if you're going for a big tournament. Remember, I haven't included Notoria Beast. Notoria Beast should definitely have a place in this deck. It's amazing against pendulum strategies. I just haven't got one to hand. But I hope that this deck has given you an insight about how to do something with the Shaddoll deck. And just remember that the deck isn't dead, it's just had to adapt a lot. As you can see, the light monsters in this deck are at an absolute minimum, and it's because there's no way to get them out of your hand. That's the problem. Mamelio, fantastic normal summon, and it gets you a plus. Mathematician will also get you a plus. Glow Up Bulb enables crazy plays from the extra deck. So I haven't included anything that's going to be sitting around doing nothing, which is the problem if you include cards like Veiler, etc., which have the potential to be dead. And in the worst case scenario, you can fuse them away and make a Shekinaga. or a window, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, comment, rate, subscribe. No doubt I'll be posting more builds of the deck as I have more ideas, more playtesting time. Anyway, thank you.